Love, straight let it go from Runaway, where we have culture, conversation, and community. And in today's video, I'm coming to you all with a review of Young and Reckless. This show is on Now That's TV. It's an app that you can download. And let's just hop into it. This is the premiering episode. The show is not Ferrari's show. It's hosted by Ferrari. Just for any type of confusion, let's get that out the way. That's shady, but that's what we do. Before I hop into it, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Okay, like the video. You can like it right now, even before I even get started, because I appreciate you so much. Also consider subscribing because I'm trying to get to the 10K by the end of the day, period, point blank. So let's just hop into it. The first person that we're introduced to is MVP Naj. And let me just say this. She looks good. She looks good. She almost looks unrecognizable. Okay. Now that CV checks are clearing and they must be good. She looks really good. And what I didn't know was Naj is 23 years old. 23 years old. She's from Kansas. Her new teeth look amazing. They're not too big. They're not too white. She can close her lips. You know. They look good. She looks great. 23 is wild. I'm gonna move on. So the new show seems, you know, a little bit put together. I really feel like the little intro was cute. The girls that they have are really nice looking. They're in a nice, you know, mansion in Atlanta. They can do things a little bit better than, let's just say, South Central Baddies, which I'm sure is hard to even get a house to house all those girls, considering they like to break and shake and squabble. Which squabble like? Shout out to Liddy. Anyway, the new show seems put together. I want to just say that again because we've seen, it's kind of giving me Big Lex Baddie collection, but put together. So we see them go to the headquarters, okay, and the CEO, she is crazy, is really crazy. Ferrari is just like, yeah, because the other people on them other shows, I don't know what they was on. I don't know who she's shading, Isaiah, or if she's shading Big Lex, but it's interesting. So Ferrari and Naj sit down and, you know, they're just like, you know, it's a new opportunity. It's about the preachers and, you know, it's Young and Reckless. You got to be young and you got to be pretty. But it's like, okay, but what's next? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if this shit don't, you know, if it's still working, don't fix it. And this is what they're doing with Young and Reckless, with a little bit more of a budget, with prettier women who can fight less harder than the ones on South Central Baddies, from as far as I can see. Let's continue. So as Naj and Ferrari enter the thing, CeeLo is not happy. He's just like, listen, let me tell you something right now. The call time is a call time, all right? And when I tell you to be here, you need to be here. Stop being late. It's disrespectful to my time. And I'm giving you this opportunity, which is very true. I mean, like, you know, they always say this is Now That's TV. We don't give a damn. He could easily replace her, and that's what they got into discussing. I really feel like Ferrari, you need to be on your P's and Q's, and she's sitting here like, I wonder how old Ferrari is. If Naj is only 23, goddamn. She's 20. How do you get so tatted by 23? But how, I mean, I don't know. 23? What was I doing with? I mean, I don't know. I was living, but like, child. So they're sitting down in the office and, you know, he's like, you need to be respectful of my time. I don't care. I'm here. I've been here since, you know, X amount of time. I go home, take a shower, come back, and I still have to be here. And you need to know that, you know, we're giving you this show and this opportunity, and you're going to have to show us that you can handle this responsibility. He says this is the first time that you're going to be hosting a show, which this whole time I'm thinking this is a show that Ferrari developed and creative. No, this is something that they came to her with as the first person to host, which I find Ferrari to be an interesting choice. I mean, she is the fan favorite. She ended up being a wild and out girl for some times. We know that she is, you know, a beautiful girl, nice gowns, beautiful gowns, but interesting choice considering her squabbling all the way together. them girls can easily overthrow little Ferrari, but, you know, hopefully she's liked enough to where as though that doesn't happen. And he's just like, basically the winner of the show, we're going to discuss this, and Kilo Sway comes in and he's stumbling and trembling all over his words. Shit, I do too, but I edit my shit out. And he's like, oh, yeah, so the winner of the show gets to host season 2. And she like, what? Wait a minute, who said this is my shit, this is my show? And I was just sitting there looking like, you don't say, bitch. That was wild. Even if I feel like that's a conversation they wanted to have, they should have had it without the cast members being here. Like, let the kid, like, I want to say let the kids, because they all are super fucking young. Let the kids figure it out on their own. Child, what the fuck is it? Anyway, girl, I just feel like them doing that in front of Naj was just a way to kind of let it be known that, like, girl, let the other girls know. I think they were trying to still produce. They were very much giving production, like, we're gonna tell these girls that they can actually absolutely win a spot to host the next season, then what? And I just feel like that's not a thing to win as a cash prize, like as a prize. I guess it was like, oh, enough of the $10,000. I'm gonna give you an opportunity to just host the show. But there's a lot that comes into that. Like, if you've never been on TV before, how do you know that's even gonna be a good fit? You feel me? Like, what are they gonna do to measure if they will be a good host, if they can fight, if they're cute enough, if they're this? Can these girls read? Can they produce? Or do they have, you know, persuasion and shit? Like, I just don't feel like, you know, I should be put into a competition of, I don't know, sewing or something. Like, you get to host the next, you know, Sewing Matters. I mean, it's not that like I couldn't do it because I have good public speaking skills, maybe, child, and communication. But it's just like, I know nothing about sewing, which I'm lying because I do know how to sew. That's a bad example, but damn, girl. Not your girl, multi-talented, what they call it, hyphenated, multi-hyphenated. Girl, I can't even talk today. Y'all get what I'm trying to say. I don't want to be a judge on a show that's about something that I can't do. You feel me? Like, I might be showing up. These girls is 19, 20, 21. How they gonna be, you know, be able to produce a show? But anyway, long story short, let me just move right along. Naj is side-eyeing because she knows she want that spot. Which, again, I'm surprised Naj didn't have the opportunity to do that show. Like, she's been there longer, or maybe no, she hasn't, because FERRARI came on Bad Girls, Big Lex Baddie Collection, which is one of the first shows on the network. So FERRARI literally has more seniority than Naj. I did like that he said that we're not doing no ghost fighting, because a lot of those girls get on these shows, see how serious those fights and intense the fights be, and then somehow or another just pan into the back, like one of those episodes of SpongeBob. Like, shit, I ain't getting into that. He's like, we have replacements, a lot of replacements, like that. If these girls don't come and put on, they're out of here. Now, what I do want to say is, yeah, we like that, because get these girls out of here. There was a lot of girls on Big Lex Baddie Collection that really just skated way by the water, but these girls are beautiful. They did a really good job at casting. This is one of the better looking casted shows on Now That's TV. We're introduced to Ferragamo, very cute. They don't know whatever. Then we're introduced to Cuzzo. I like Cuzzo. I like her hair. Then we have Sav, who's 24. Then we're introduced to Shay Bands. She has really good energy, just from what it seems like, but it's going to be beef with Shay Bands. And then we see Big Ivory. She's on the Sprinter, and she's just like, come on, where my drink at? Where my drink at? She got her Casamigos or whatever, and she's just like, yeah, you know, I'm Big Ivory. I'm here because I'm young and restless. I'm really not young and restless. young and reckless, and I deserve to be on this show because, yeah, I'm turned up. But she's like, yeah, I don't care, drink my bottle, I don't care, this is my bottle. And she's like, who, me? Yeah, I'm 20, I'm about to be 21 next week. And I just feel like, not y'all got this motherfucking girl on here, 20 years old, underage, drinking and filming it. Y'all really just don't care. Y'all really just do not care, and it's showing. Why is this girl drinking, saying her age, and then saying, yeah, I'm about to turn 21? Which, I'm gonna say this here, let's be fucking for real. A lot of us, most of us, were drinking before 21. Okay? Hello, me too. But just to put it out there like that, and she like, yeah, I'm 20 years old, you know, getting drunk, I don't like it. So anyway, we're introduced to Charmaine. She says she's 20, she's from Texas. We're introduced to Cass, she's 19. We see Sai, Adriana, and Adriana reminds me of Luz. Luz was one of the first, I think she was on season 1 of Big Lex Baddie Collections. Then we see Krista. Krista shows up. Crystal, she's the like Spanish looking girl. She's like, yeah, I'm ready to stand on business. And FERRARI's like, yeah, well, how you gonna stand on business? Yeah, because there's some brochures that's been talking about me. I'm just let you know. Like, oh no, that wasn't even her. She was the one who had the gift. She gives her the gift. It's a Louis Vuitton perfume. And she's like, oh, I love that. I think that was a cute way to show FERRARI a little gratitude, which apparently you should be giving the damn perfume to Kilo and Sway, because FERRARI ass barely got a chance to do anything. So then we're introduced to Legacy. I like the name Legacy. Legacy comes on. She's a cute girl. And, you know, she come in. She looking around. Ivory come up to her and ask her like, oh, you got a best friend? And she was like, nah, I don't got no best friend. And then she walks off and she was like, I don't know what that was about, but Ivory was jumping up on a little island like, yeah, I heard somebody said that they wanted to jump me and I want to know who it is that's trying to jump me. This, that, and the third. Like, girl, ain't nobody trying to jump you. So Legacy comes in and Ferrari started asking like, oh, but who you got a problem with? And she was like, oh, I got a problem with Charlemagne and I got a problem with Cassidy. And she's like, oh, so you ready to stand on business? She was like, yeah, I'm standing on business. She's like, yeah, it's some roaches who they need to be exterminated. She's like, yeah, well, how are you going to exterminate them? Like, okay, motherfucking hoster. Good question, sis. Oh, well, we're going to exterminate her by da-da-da-da-da. Like, you know what it's saying. She was like, well, how do you plan on exterminating her? Like, you know. She said, well, you just have to find out and see, which was the only appropriate answer. I mean, like, come on, be for real. So Ferrari looks cute, not for nothing. But then we're introduced to Kai. She's like, yeah, I'm from the 757. So all you bitches that's behind the screen watching me with the mad face, I like her already because that's the type of time. I like how she popping like that. So the outside smoking, or the outside smoking, Ivory is already starting. She's just like, yeah, because y'all boring at the end of the day. You're boring, you're cute. And that cute shit is going to be all right. But when y'all get a couple drinks here, y'all better entertain me because I came too far. I'm in Atlanta. I want to have a good time. So she was like, Cuzzo already beat you up, so you whack. How you get beat up and you still corny? She was just going on and on and on. So I'm like, oh yeah, Ivory, she about to get active. So Legacy was in the confessional like, yeah, Ivory and Naj just acting like, you know, they the ones that's gonna run the house. Yeah, probably possible that's true, sis. So then after that, Naj, or what you call him, Ivory starts pressing him like, yeah, you're corny, you're not doing nothing. So Legacy just gets up, boom, hit her, or not even hit her, splash the thing on her. When I tell you Ivory beat this girl up so bad, 3 rounds, boop, boop, boop. It was so bad. Like, typically when girls fight, they have a hand of hair, and then they have one hand where they just wagga, wagga, wagga. No, Ivory was hitting with 2, boom, boom. Like, she was motherfucking beating her up. She beat her down, beat her up. Then out of nowhere, she just started hitting the other girl. Hit the other girl out of nowhere. She hit Shape In. She was like, yeah, because Cuzzo beat you up already. And I just feel like it's going to be crazy. Then out of nowhere, we see the next group of girls coming in. It's Crystal and Adriana. They got beef. They got beef bad, apparently. They just outside waiting to come in. And Crystal and Adriana just get into it. Boop, 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 boop. We're going to have to see how it's going to work out. I hope Ivory not in there beating all those girls up because those girls are like pretty girls. They don't do a whole bunch of fighting. Pretty girls do a whole bunch of scrapping. They don't fight. Ivory's a pretty girl, but she be brawling. She's a brawler. That's difference. Let me know what y'all think. Are y'all here for Young and Restless? Do y'all think that it's going to pop the way that Big Lex Baddie collection is popping? Because I feel like it's an upgraded version of that. A little bit. Big Lex Baddie collection, Young and Reckless. We're going to have to see. Drop down in the comments. As always, I'm sending you much love and much light. And I'm going to see you in the next video. Peace.